I believe with all my heart and all my soul that the day is coming whenever we will see justice and we'll walk out of this place. It may not come tomorrow. It may not come on September 30th, but it will come.
That video you just heard was Damien Echols in 2010, right before he, Jason Baldwin, and Jesse Miss Kelly took an Alford plea deal in the West Memphis Three case. This deal allowed them to keep their innocence while accepting that the prosecutors had enough evidence to convict them. But since that deal, Damien Echols has continued to claim that he's innocent and did not murder three 8-year-old boys. Thursday morning, the Arkansas Supreme Court reversed a lower court's ruling, meaning evidence that was once thought to be destroyed in the 30-year-old case can be DNA tested. Well, now Ashley Godwin is going to break down the decision and how Echols' legal team is preparing for what's next.
Once that additional DNA testing started pointing in different directions than the three, then we first started to have real hope that maybe there was a way this case would break open.
Damien Echols' lead counsel, Stephen Braga, has been on the case since 2009. Right before Echols, Jason Baldwin and Jesse Miss Kelly made an Alford plea deal.
I haven't been involved in another case, anything like this in my career. Believe me, this is one of a kind, really dramatic case in terms of, as Judge Laser said at the Alford plea hearing, it's a tragedy on all sides.
Echols has maintained his innocence since, pushing for justice in the case. And that push came closer to reality in 2021 when evidence thought to have been destroyed was found. Echols and his legal team want to test it for DNA to see if they can identify who was at the crime scene. But when they took it to court in 2022, a Crittenden County Circuit judge said no, and that the petition they filed under was not applicable in this case because Echols wasn't in state custody. 2 years later, the Arkansas Supreme Court weighed in on the decision. In a 4-3 majority opinion, the justices say Echols can test the evidence with this law, and he does not need to be in state custody to seek relief to prove his innocence.
We're going to take the high road and respect both sides, and luckily we won. We're able to go back and have jurisdiction in the circuit court over the petition for new testing. And what I would say to anybody who believes that the West Memphis Three, who still believes that the West Memphis Three committed this crime or Damien is some kind of depraved criminal, well, let's let the testing be done.
Something Echols and his team have been working on for years, and they say they are closer now than ever to finally knowing the truth.
He really hopes that there's a way to expeditiously get this evidence tested. He has no fear of what the evidence might show, but he is still hopeful that someday the real perpetrator will be found.
Well, now the case will go back to the lower court to allow them to respond. Echols' lead counsel believes that it will take about a month to figure out how he and the Crittenden County prosecutor will move forward with testing the evidence.